all know that Lizzo is known for her sassy brand of self-love and body positivity.
Lizzo, several of the singer's former dancers accusing her of sexual harassment and a hostile work environment.
Lizzo has been removed from the list of Super Bowl halftime show contenders.
Lizzo broke her silence on the lawsuit filed against her by 3 of her former dancers.
New fallout for Lizzo.
I mean, we might as well get this out the way. Hey, look, if you don't know, I'm gonna update you guys.
Hey, Lord, this
Kenny
me.
likes BBWs.
Hey, what if you a fella? What does this mean? What does it mean right here?
Exactly.
Lizzo's back in the news again, guys. She is eating bananas out of vaginas. She is in Amsterdam smoking weed.
Potentially, allegedly.
BBL herself, Big Beautiful Lizzo, has now received an official BBL. She has received a big, beautiful lawsuit. We are the Kickback Lounge podcast. I'm Kenny Brown. I'm joined today by
Drew Young.
And we're going to get into it. Stay tuned.
So, wild story lately, you might have heard the BBW queen, you know. She, like Kenny said in the intro, man, she's going through a lawsuit right now. Her dancers have filed a lawsuit.
Shit crazy.
They said she was making them, she was fat shaming them, which, I mean,
what else?
That's crazy.
That's nuts in itself.
It's Lizzo, bro. If Lizzo's fat shaming you, that's like me fucking...
I feel like that's on the application. You have to be this big.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
So we have that. We have... Apparently there is like some religious prejudice in there. We might get into that.
Yep.
And then she made one of her dancers eat a banana out of a vagina, a sex worker's vagina in Amsterdam, allegedly.
Allegedly.
According to this suit. And one of the ladies on there was a virgin, and she felt very, you know,
uncomfortable.
How you would feel.
Yeah,
exactly.
Uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Lizzo's not a bad girl, but she's a bad girl, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into it.
Is that you? I mean, we might as well get this out the way.
Well, that's me?
You know what I mean.
You know what I'm saying, man. You know, hey, Lizzo.
If Lizzo approached you and she was like, Kenny, let's say, hypothetically, before this lawsuit.
Okay.
If she approached you and she's like, Kenny, like, I find you attractive, I need a child.
What are you talking about? What you talking about?
That's you.
Hey, look.
If you don't know, I'm going to update you guys.
Hey, Lord, this
Kenny
me.
likes BBWs.
Hey, what if you a fella? What does this mean? What does it mean right here?
Exactly. He likes BBWs. So, Lizzo, that would be you. Like, in all honesty.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's a big, beautiful woman.
I don't have that gene.
Look. We've talked about her plenty of times on our podcast. Mm-hmm. And if you asked me in the past, maybe not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why?
Right now.
Why? Because you know she's a freak.
Well, she's a freak. And also she's bumping, bro. She's bumping right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
she's bumping, bro.
She's up now.
She's up.
She's up.
She's up, bro. And you know what I'm saying?
If you don't know, now you know Kenny likes BBWs. So if we have any BBWs in the audience, you know, reach out to him at Kenny _ Lee. He's like that. He's like that, bro.
I'm like that.
Kenny's built different.
I'm built different.
But let's get into it. So what was your reaction? Where did you first hear about this? What are your thoughts?
Very, 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 very on par to brand. All right, let's lose the formality. She's definitely been fucking around a lot. Since you guys know her music, you guys know her songs, you guys know what she stands for. She's all about body positivity. Yeah. She's about showing skin.
Yeah.
And that comes with a freaky side. I think that people were expecting her to be like all nice and shit. No, let's be honest. Off the record, she's definitely fucking niggas, okay? And she's having group sex. And
allegedly.
She's using toys.
Let's just say this. There's plenty of men like Kenny over here that are into BBWs.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And I don't even know if you'd call Lizzo a BBW, but she's definitely B.
Well,
all right?
We've had this discussion off the camera, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that women who look up to Lizzo are also on that same wave?
Because she's and this is like hypocrisy. This is where, you know, a lot of people, they like to virtue signal. They like to be like, don't shame this person for this. Don't call people fat, you know. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to eat Twinkies and drink Coca-Cola at midnight. It's okay, And
Disclaimer.
And if you do, you're a hateful person.
Yep.
You should be persecuted.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. And then you turn around and then call your dancers fat, bro.
That's very, 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 very hypocritical. And I will say this disclaimer: I was actually 285, almost 300 pounds in high school, so I can speak on fat people, and I can say this like. It seems like, and we talked about this off podcast, but I think it seems like with Lizzo and women who look up to Lizzo and that kind of like, you guys know what I'm talking about, like that
wokish.
Yeah, I do believe that they compensate with the whole freakiness in order to take away from like the body, but I mean that could be me, but I think it is an insecurity thing, and so definitely hearing some of the stuff and the allegations that we heard from these women. Coming out and talking about like what they saw on tour, what they've been through on tour, and some of the sexual stuff, it does seem like something that Lizzo would do herself.
From your perspective?
From my perspective. And, if you're a person of success and you're a person who puts that in your music, a lot of times you want to live it. I mean, look at bands like, look at Ozzy Osbourne, look at the fucking Aerosmith, like these bands, Metallica. Like these guys would have sex.
High-level musicians.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. High-level musicians are known to like, be into some freaky shit.
Yes.
And this situation, I guess she was on tour with her
Yes.
dancers. She took them. It was Amsterdam, and a lot of wild stuff happens in Amsterdam.
Yes.
She took them to a place where sex workers apparently would shoot, glizzies out of their vagine, just pew, pew, pew type shit.
I mean, it gets wild, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if I was in the situation, I probably wouldn't even have gone. But hey, I mean, if you have somebody very powerful, especially that you work for, over you and into Lizzo, like she's a superstar, you might feel inclined to be like, okay, Lizzo, I'll go with you. And I think they're accusing her and her like cheer dance captain person, which I know, especially in like groups of women, like. It's like a bully popularity thing, like high school type of vibe.
Right.
Where like the chick at the top, like they feel like they're untouchable. Lizzo likes me the best. I have power over you. You're never going to leave. It's a very unfortunate situation, but that's how life works sometimes.
Yeah, and I think that, there's no disclaimer or anything they probably signed, but if you're
NDA?
getting like an NDA or something, if you're getting hired by an artist that's that big and that portrays that image and they have that lifestyle, you should expect that, if that's me, and I get that she's a virgin.
I ain't gonna victim blame for real.
Well, I'll say this, like I'll get that she's a virgin and stuff like that, but like that's like, if you're gonna go on tour with like Luke Combs or Beyonce, you expect things to happen. As far as
they're
like,
not Lizzo.
Well, they're not Lizzo, but that's my point. That's my point. You're
Imagine,
not with artists like that. You're not with artists like Ariana Grande or something
Luke
like
Combs
that.
is like pretty close though.
Oh, Luke
He's like a
Combs.
white Lizzo.
Well, they're not doing shit like Lizzo. They're not eating hot dogs and wanting
Who knows?
and wanting bukkake.
And they were saying that the cheer captain, dance captain, whatever, would make the dancers feel uncomfortable by saying like she was into gangbang, like she wanted to get gangbangs, like 10 dicks, like bow back to back, like smacking her face, and she's talking about like bukkakes and stuff. And one of the girls, I think the most fucked up thing is like one of the dancers was a virgin.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, you know how the mentality of like a
when you
virgin
have that
person is a
headspace.
little different. You
Right.
know, you
don't have an understanding of sexual activity.
exactly. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I agree with that too, because it's like, when you have that type of shade over your mind. But I think that, this whole thing is definitely lawsuit worthy. But I would say this, from my personal experience and my personal views, I don't think that they have enough to go off of as far as putting her behind bars. But I know they'll probably get paid from this. Let's be
I don't
honest.
think they're trying to put her behind bars. I think they're just like
They
trying.
get paid.
I think they either quit or something, or they didn't get paid for like
Oh, yeah,
a
that's
long
right.
stretch of money. And like Lizzo's like, I'll pay you, I think a quarter.
Yeah, they're salty.
And like I heard somebody say usually like the artist will pay like half or something like this happens. But I don't know if they did sign an NDA. But I think you can also sue if like there's like misconduct, regardless of an NDA or not.
And if it's wrongful firing, like if it's a wrongful departure of the company, then okay, we get it. That's part. You can kind of link that all into a lawsuit. But if you're just salty that you don't have that lifestyle anymore and you're just like out of a job,
I don't think so. I think they're just like, maybe they are. Maybe they are, or maybe like it's just a tragic situation
they
that
could just
they
be trying
feel
to ruin
like.
their image. Yeah, you never know.
Well, I'm not saying they're trying to ruin her image. I'm saying like maybe it's just a terrible thing that happened to him, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna get mine back.
They want to get the message out. Yeah.
Lizzo, she was in consideration, probably among like other artists for like the Super Bowl halftime show, and they recently dropped her from that.
Huge.
I don't think anybody at the Super Bowl would want to fucking watch Lizzo anyways.
No, I'm good.
I mean, I know the women that watch, they usually watch for the halftime show.
Correct.
So they try to like reach both sides of the audience,
Correct.
the men with the football.
Rihanna was a perfect halftime show. Like in this day and age, that was perfect.
I think one of the goated halftime shows, if you ever seen Prince,
Prince
he was doing
good.
Purple Rain, In the Rain, Michael Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Do you remember The Weeknd was a couple years ago, I think?
Yeah, The Weeknd.
And they did
2 years ago.
I don't think the Super Bowl halftime show is as good recently, but there has to be some sort of artist that reaches all sides. Like, you know who would be fire? Like Post Malone or something like that.
Post Malone would be different. I feel like that'd be nice.
Yeah, you reach that because you got like in football, you got like
because you can't go Ice Spice even though she's popular.
Oh, you could.
No,
We're not gonna. I can't go on another Ice Spice rant.
Hear this: if they really want to get like into the culture, bring out all the women, man. Like really bring out all the women. You could do a whole Ice Spice. You could do Sexy Red. You can do Lotto. You can do Cardi.
Dude, no.
No, seriously, that'd be lit. You just throw them
bro. Lotto,
all in one. They just perform 3 songs each, and they call it a day.
Bro, they all got beef. All those 3 people got beef with each other. But who would be good? Because you got to reach. Look, you got to be okay for children.
Yeah.
You got to be. What was the one with like Adam Levine? They had other like some rapper.
Yeah. Hot Chili Peppers was there.
He's
that was Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is good because you can reach kids. You can reach men, women.
Yep.
And there's like conservative people. There's more liberal people. There's people that just watch sports. They're like, I don't give a fuck about politics.
Right.
But there's not a ton of people that reach all sorts. I guess Taylor Swift.
She's
would be huge.
Good. Yeah.
That would be like the perfect halftime show. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I don't listen to that type of music. But I know it's like so far reaching. She's making billions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
So that would probably be a good one. I don't know. Who would you guys want to see?
I don't know. And then but Lizzo, like I agree with you. I don't think she would have been a good choice for that.
Yeah, people would be like,
general,
I don't want to see this. Like,
yeah.
Just stop injecting, wokeness into like
we're over it.
Mainstream. Maybe one of the episodes we'll talk about the Snow White stuff, but we'll save it for a different episode.
What do you think is next for Lizzo after this? Do you think that because she's battling back? If you guys haven't been keeping up with this, like she's actually tweeting and stuff like that. It's getting handled by a very famous lawyer. So.
That's a good point because she basically denies the allegations, which obviously you're going to do at first, regardless of if you're guilty or not. I think that if she knows she's guilty, they'll probably settle out of court. It won't. Like, you don't want a messy, like, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard situation.
No, you don't.
Where more evidence, you have evidence of you being a shitty person out there. And, like, especially when it gets documented on TV, like, it's bad enough just to, like, settle. But if you settle, it will go away after a while. And
I agree.
She can't really be like, oh, fat phobic, blah, blah, blah. It will be interesting to see the trajectory of her career because she's always been, like, the victim. And obviously... people online, they fucking trash Lizzo. Obviously,
yeah,
we've seen it.
Look at her lyrics and look at her last couple projects. I mean, that's what she portrays and that's what she puts off. So I'm like you. I'm curious to see if she just changes her image, if she changes her music, if she changes her lines, or if she continues that up and just says like, hey, this was a one-off thing. You never know in 2023 how people just like throw stuff underneath the rug. But
will she get in shape? Probably not. But if I'm her dancers, the best way to get out Lizzo, get in shape and like, because a lot of big women have the build they look good in the face, and you've seen numerous transformations of big women like working out 2-3 years and they get slim thick, bro. And they get bad, bro. That would be the best way to get back at Lizzo. Yeah. If you're one of the dancers that was fat and then you just dedicate your life to working out, oh boy, will she hate you, bro. And that's a fact. Like, if you get in shape and you're like slim thick, she'll be like, oh, I fucking hate this bitch. Because we know
Lizzo's smart too, man.
If I'm Lizzo, just kill the fat shit, go work out and get in shape as well.
Yeah.
And all this will be behind you. If
rebrand.
Do you think Lizzo would look bad if she was skinny?
Yeah, she would definitely look really cute if she was skinny. She looks cute now.
I think skinny might
But-
even be a stretch.
Mhm.
I would say average weight because she ain't getting skinny, bro. Let's be honest here. She ain't getting skinny.
No,
You know what I mean?
no. But I'll say this. She did go out and get her. She's smart. She went out and got her a good lawyer, and his name is Marty Singer. He's very famous for taking cases in the Jonah Hill, the Kim Kardashian case, stuff like that, the Chris Brown case. And if you guys know, these are huge cases.
Bro,
I mean, he just really, she's smart as far as getting her a person that knows how to handle this kind of stuff. And I
Yeah.
think she's probably going to bounce back from it.
Oh, she's bouncing for sure. But if I feel bad for like her dancers, because like, how do you compete, especially like nowadays? Hopefully, they got some evidence out there, enough like witnesses to corroborate the story or corroborate however the fuck you say it. Maybe the sex workers have to come out and be like, hey, like we were there, this happened. I don't know. I doubt they signed an NDA, but you know it's pretty messed up. Let us know your thoughts on the situation.
Yes.
There's at this point of filming, there's no guilty, there's no non-guilty like plea or anything. It just hasn't really gone to court. But let us know what you think will happen should Lizzo's dancers get in shape.
And do you guys think this kind of stuff happens often? I'm really curious. So let us know in the comments, guys.
Yes. Thanks for listening to the pod, man. Get us to 500 subs, like the video,
Big
and
500.
It's not about our commentary. It's about your comments. We want to know what you have to say that really interests us.
Yes.
If you feel like fucking roasting me, if you feel like roasting Kenny, bro, go ahead. If you feel like appreciating us, let us know in the comments, man.
Yeah.
Rate 5 stars. Thanks for watching.